All right, guys, welcome to the stream tonight. This is APGamingREAL's Star Wars: Edge of the Empire, Shadow of War. I'm joined by the usual crew of Smuggertins. So Virgil has been having some trouble with his internet today, so if he drops out unexpectedly, we're probably going to stop the show there. That's a thing that might happen. We have pictures of Dave seeing snow for the first time and making a snow angel in the middle of a Polish street. Unfortunately, it was covered in mud as well, so if he hits the mud butt thing during the stream, that's why.
Yeah.
He was so excited to see snow for the first time. It was like watching a bunny or an angel.
Yeah.
I could see. Everyone else is wondering what I'm talking about. I'm just completely making it up.
Let's see here.
I thought it would be funnier than it was. All right.
Yeah, we got there then.
We got there eventually.
Yeah.
All right. I want to roll the dice pool today.
Well, then why don't you introduce yourself first?
Hey guys, I'm Virgil, also known as Zircon5 here on the Twitcheroonies. You could find me over there for more roleplay stuff. Make sure you stick around here though, because I spend a lot of time on this channel pretending to be
Virgil.
other people.
Yeah, is your green screen greener than normal? Is your camera higher fidelity and your lighting so much better than the last time we saw you?
Yeah, I've had a huge upgrade. Not only did Dave give me this beautiful, oh so smooth green screen.
You're so beautiful, so smooth.
Yeah, bonus. And then I got epic lighting.
Yeah, that's some nice lighting. Is it warm? Is it hot?
It's not. No, it's not. It's not too bad. But literally, like the track lighting of like 5 lights in my house doesn't even compare. Like this lights up my house like daytime.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. It's photographic quality lighting. I don't even have that much lighting because I tend to like stream in small rooms, so LED is the way to go, man. Or else it gets way too fucking hot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, my girlfriend got me this epic lighting, and I have more backdrops now too. So I was gonna throw up my black backdrop, but I was just too late for the stream and stuff. But yeah, I feel pretty today. All this beautiful lighting.
Oh, so pretty.
You got to get on that stream makeup, man.
Do some makeup tutorial streams.
Yeah.
Just post in chat if you want to see me do some makeup tutorials.
If you want to see a makeup tutorial, tweet at Zircon. No, it's at Virgil Levenger.
At Virgil Levenger.
Tweet at Virgil Levenger # makeup stream. That's all I'm asking for is some social media interaction, guys. Our producers love it.
People actually ask me if I'm wearing like eye makeup sometimes, just because I have huge eyelashes, like abnormally large, like a monster.
And they're dark too.
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah,
it's also really
dark eyelashes.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for stopping by the stream, guys. It's gonna be a good show.
All right, Dave, how are you doing this week?
Well, I currently reside in Poland now, so that's new and exciting. I started working over at G2A now. I can finally talk about that. Yay. What else? It's 2 a.m. over here, and it's currently -10 degrees, so it's fucking cold. I actually have a reason to wear the beanie now rather than just for style.
Yes.
I saw snow for the first time, as Arthur very much hinted at, and it was like baby snow. It was like, oh, it's in my bed, now it's gone. Like, I tried to take a photo of it, it didn't work. I just said, fuck it, posted it anyway. And yeah, no, it's good to finally get back into habits again with streaming. So I'm just waiting for my gear to arrive. They apparently lost a package of it, so that could either be really bad or mildly annoying. So we'll have to see how that works out. But yeah,
Sure.
it's happening, yo.
Swarg, I think you had a pretty happening stream. Was it last night or was it Monday? I remember seeing a big effing stream from you.
Both.
Was this D&D campaign? It was a
D&D. They're both fine.
Okay.
I've had a good week as far as stream stuff is concerned.
Crazy week, actually.
Yeah, I've had. So yeah, I kicked off. God, I kicked off. You're right, actually. Now I'm looking at it. I kicked off a campaign. It's the first campaign I've DM'd in like 5 or 6 months now. Yeah, about 5 or 6 months, and I'm super excited. It went very well. I'm very happy with it, and it's up. Actually, the first part is actually up on YouTube today. So we're trying the YouTube game. I'm now going all in after hearing these guys talk about YouTube for about 3 months now. We're finally switching my content to YouTube based bullshit.
You hear that,
Because
YouTube viewers? Where can they
Yeah,
find your YouTube videos, Swargula?
you can find me
Also,
at
you guys are bullshit, apparently.
You're bullshit.
Yes. Well, everything I do is bullshit, let's be honest. But you can find it over at youtube.com/SwargulaTV. And it's pretty great. All of my past games, when I used to stream full time and do 6 campaigns a week, they're on there as well. Some of their games are. It's super weird. I have some of my really old stuff on there for some reason. Someone put it up, and I was like, okay, whatever. But that's up there. Then I kicked off Twitch Plays D&D. Is the second episode happened this week, and it was weird. We had like people were joke hosting me, which is weird. Like everyone in the world who had a stream that had like 5 follows to 50 follows were like, let's host Swog for 0 viewers each. I probably had like 16 to 25 different people hosting me for about 10 people, maybe between all of them. But it was funny. It was funny. I enjoyed it. The game was great. And that was awesome. And then the highlight of my week actually was really, really, really fun. I got to play on Wolves Go Raw's D&D game.
Yeah,
He plays West
I
Marches.
saw some of his work.
We
They do
hit
that
the-
Arctic
we were-
wind thing. No, North Winds.
Yep. It was the North Winds. He does West Marches and North Winds. And for the first hour of it, we were on the first page of Twitch. We were on the front page of Twitch, and it was awesome playing D&D to 1,100 people at one point, down to like 300 people by the end of it, which is still like was awesome. It was super fun. I was his first death, which was cool. Like in 8 games, I got one shot. I didn't even enter combat.
Sounds a lot like my experience.
Yeah, from max health to negative max health, no save versus death, one shot. That was it. It was awesome.
Wow.
Did you have to leave? Did you do the swag thing? Did he
Nope.
just get like fucked off and he's like, yep, bye. See you later.
Nope. I stayed. It was near the end. I stayed for about an hour, hung out, and then we did shout outs at the end. I had really good response from that. People really enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I'll be back. I have to make a new character. But I played that session with Wax Steven and a guy named Zacatecus. And they're both amazing. Like it was just the 3 of us. We 3-manned it completely improv. The session was probably one of the best sessions I've ever played in any role-playing game ever. Like
How many
between the
times
3 of us.
did you orgasm?
It was awesome. No, it was really, really cool. It was like we were moving. Our RP was very, very fast, back and forth. Rarely did we let Ace talk at all. As the DM, we just kind of.
Oh, that's
went
the
back.
best type of DMing you can do when you don't have to DM at all. It's like,
Yeah, it was great. Like literally, because he was improvising the whole time. So like he had nothing planned. We were like going out to find food, and we just like it was cool. So Wax Steven is a great dude, as well as Zacatecus. They were both awesome and really, really, really fun. So that was a highlight. That was probably the highlight of one of my streaming careers, probably like among them. So that was a really cool thing because I've never been part of something that was that big. So it was cool.
Awesome.
But that's been my week. Yeah.
All right. Wreckage. You got a follow up to that?
I've got 2 people in real life right now asking me what the hell this is, so I'm trying to answer them and answering you. So it's we're gonna role play a game. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna pretend to be the characters in the game. One of the guys does the rules, and you know,
Are you
there's
explaining
dice.
it to me?
No, I'm explaining it to people in the real world who
Okay,
don't know what
do you
this
need to
is
do
or
that?
here.
I want to know how you are this week. Tell.
That's my answer.
Okay, what you are is
how he is currently.
you're gonna waste
I'm
our precious
thinking-
time explaining everything on
Oh,
the stream.
our precious time.
Precious
What did we start
time.
last time?
Precious time.
We're not sure if you understand how role playing games work, Arthur. Is the
Wow.
I mean,
thing.
it's possible.
Wow.
What about the other viewers who are new, who've never done role playing, but end up on APGamingREAL.twitch for
all
no
0
reason?
of them.
All right, so yeah, everything's fine. everything is fine. Everything is fine.
All right.
That doesn't sound like everything is fine.
Yeah,
Are
it
you
doesn't.
okay?
No, if he says it 3 more times, everything becomes fine. Just let him get there.
All right. So I've been
For the greater
doing
good.
playthroughs of a bunch of different video games. I did Game of Thrones,
That was
which
cool.
unfortunately inspired part of tonight's episode.
Your XCOM run was awesome too. I was
Oh,
really
my
glad I caught
XCOM!
that
Yeah,
tape of that.
XCOM was the highlight of my week. We had like
It was super
40
fun.
something people. Having all the viewers like as characters, and then watching them suffer horrible deaths and die. Dave died repeatedly.
I fell off a fucking bridge, which is
Yeah, I tried to save your life. I was like, as you died, I was like, don't worry, we can get to him. He'll be fine. And then his corpse slowly slides backwards, and then his neck just goes, and he falls off a bridge. And I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that.
Doesn't matter, I did it. I make the impossible possible, bruh.
And so he died a second time.
Like a bitch.
All right. Oh, yeah, Equimag died. It was horrible, and it was bad. I was just like, all right, everything's fine. Equimag's not going to die. We killed that thing, and then as it died, it exploded, killing Equimag instantly. It was bad and terrible. Other than that, just there's so many playthroughs I'm doing now that I'm dropping like 3 videos a day because I'm doing everything releasing in one episode. And then I also did Divinity Original Sin with Virgil, and we get so far in that game that there's like a whole hour where Virgil's like, all right, Arthur, you need to stop adventuring. I need to craft. And he's
Dude,
just
I
in
had
town
2
crafted, and I'm like, all right, I'm running through the town, stealing everything. And Virgil's just like, listen, stop stealing things. They're crafting materials. I'm gonna have to keep crafting.
Literally just like feeding me more stuff. I had 2 crafting streams, Arthur, in which the first one I rescued your characters, brought them back to life so we can stream again. So the crew's back together. And then I streamed for like 2.5 hours, like buying like rope and like wool and intestines and like making things.
All right. Well,
It's gonna
that
be a
was the
great
thing.
next stream too.
Yeah.
So-
I'm already fucking pumped.
Wow, Dave.
Nail
Wow.
bombs, plague grenades.
Stop saying words like that. I don't want the NSA shutting my stream down. I'm already playing Jagged Alliance, and that's just terrible.
The president of the United States, Barack Obama.
You know, plague grenade is a
Hey,
real.
he doesn't have.
All right, listen up. Fuck all of you. Caleb gets 10 XP for being MVP. The audience decided to be extremely merciful to him.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of them voted for him. He also won funniest, but since you can't win 2 categories at once, Dave wins by default.
Fuck yeah, I win.
So Dave gets 5
First
XP.
runner up. Well, that's all, you know. Give him
Story of Dave's life. Well done, Dave. Winning by default. Congratulations again.
Hashtag Twitch
40.
D-listers, am I right?
win because nobody else can.
XP.
I thought I had particularly good name for the last episode. It's called Return of a Jedi. Yeah, I thought you might like that.
What was the third winner?
I don't get it.
Oh, we don't have a third category anymore. I eliminated
okay.
it.
We used to have a third category. What was that?
We used to have 4 categories, but then I slowly
third
eliminated all of them.
Third category is
Strips them away from
the
us.
one that plays the most Star Wars like. So you probably would have won that as well.
And do we also get 10 at the end of this? Is that what's going
Yes.
on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you finish a story arc, which is possible, but well, we'll find out.
Which is physically possible.
It is
All right.
physically possible. I will agree
not
with that.
probable.
Let's play the game.
So speaking of
ladies.
playing the game, we need to do Virgil is doing the light side dark side roll, and then we need to talk about obligation.
It's double rolling again, guys.
Is it double rolling? Well, you got 4 light side and 2 dark side.
Why do they always? Every time they update this fucking game, it breaks. Like
I think
oh,
it's the API that they've been updating all day.
yeah, no, yeah.
They've been getting
you
DDoS
ruined
constantly.
my picture. Did you not like it?
Ruined what picture?
I had it all like.
I know, and I had to resort it. It's fine. You can just put it back.
Damn.
All right. Let's talk about obligation. Put your obligations in chat.
Who's got? I think I still have the most, right? So 20.
Yeah.
10. There we go. Actually, I think Caleb has the same amount as me.
Yeah, I think Caleb goes next, and then
Caleb
Zane,
only
and
has
then
20.
It doesn't he have 10 as well?
He has
oh no,
10
he
and
took
10.
10 and 10. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
I
we
think that's
played
going to
Star
activate.
Wars Fiasco again. Yes, the one we played, Arthur,
Yep.
on my stream yesterday. That's what we did. And
Yep.
I added a. Wait, I'm on 10. Does that bring us up far enough?
Yeah, I think Toby's going to be the one it activates on because it would go 20, 20, 20, 10, 10.
What do I have to roll? I forget this roll.
You don't roll.
I don't roll?
You don't
No.
roll. So what happens is you have 20 obligation, and Coral has 30, and then we have another 20, and then we have a 10. So 20, so 30, 50, 70. It is Toby's. Toby's obligation is the one that's active.
Well, we have
just
in total.
by one number, Mr. Doubles.
Wait, so we have in total 80.
Yes, and then when you hit 100, you can't spend XP anymore.
Well, hopefully by doing this mission, Zane has like 0 obligation going forward. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, so my strain goes down to 14 from 16 for the
Damn it, this
episode.
table sucks.
Oh, and remember, everybody, last week we had strain go down for everybody for a little while, but that
Yes.
strain is now back to normal.
So everyone will have 1 strain instead of 2, and Coral will have 1 strain instead of 4. And Toby's going to have 2 strain. So, if you'll recall, previously on Star Wars: Edge of the Empire, Shadow War, Episode 13. Please don't. No, we're good.
Every
Okay.
newbie does it. I did it. He'll do it. The next one will do it.
Yep.
You went to rescue
Jeez.
Nile. During that process, it was uncovered that Victoria's super, super duper mad at you. You promised Victoria that you would pay off all the money or return to her within 2 weeks. After picking up your mechanic on Tatooine, you clearly have absolutely 0 intention of doing that, considering you're on a multi-week transport to the Kessel planet. In the
I
Kessel
told
system.
her that we need to sort out stuff, and I paid her money, and she was like, "Cool."
You
take
paid
your time.
part
I'm
of
like,
your debt forward.
I don't believe she said take your time.
She definitely didn't
I-
say take your time. She said you have 2 weeks.
Yeah, I believe she said the exact opposite of take your time. I believe it was more like, if you don't make this deadline, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to rip your throat out.
That's not what she said. Not that part. You picked up Nile, who was at the spaceport alone, and the spaceport was mostly empty. She has returned to her complete black bodysuit that she wore when you first met her, and a ominous black cloak, and her eyes are now flecked with pink. She had a short conversation with Henley's character Coral while exhausted after 30 hours of sleeping. And that's about where we left off. Oh yeah, we got this guy named Professor Navarre on board. He's a wanted terrorist.
Apparently, I kick puppies.
Yes.
It's true. He kicks
Yeah.
puppies.
Yeah, the Imperials have him wanted, puppy kicker.
Okay, so let me get the official bounty notice. I had to write this one up. Wanted poster. Unlawful cruelty to domesticated animals is the official crime on his bounty poster. Yes. So we begin at 2 a.m. Imperial Standard Time, which is basically Coruscant time. All of you get a message on your personal comms asking you to meet in the dining area from Nile. And this takes place within a few hours of the last time we were on camera.
Wait,
so I
is 2 a.m. relative to like ship time? Is that what you mean by that?
So all of the timepieces in the galaxy all run off of Imperial Standard Time.
Okay, so
That's relative to the
regardless of where you
rotation
are
of the
in
planet of
world, it's the
Coruscant.
same time.
Yes.
Of the galaxy, yeah.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did our conversation leave off with me and Coral? That just sort of
Yeah,
kept going.
we
I thought it
didn't
just
get to-
trailed
No,
off, right?
No, you ended it from a,
You ended it in the middle of it.
Totally, yeah.
We
Alright.
weren't necessarily going to start up with it again, but
Did you want to start up with it again?
Okay.
I don't know. Dave, do you even remember where we left off?
Yeah, you were trying to tell me that I was, you know, flirting with the dark side, and you're all like, woobly bobbly boop. Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Super respectful right there. Just completely open to your ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have that conversation some other time. I'm sure it'll come up naturally. So
Okay.
let's just go into
Yeah.
this, whatever it is.
Sorry, it's called Galactic Standard Time.
Is
Chad
it
says.
really GST? Are you fucking serious?
All right.
now?
So Toby, at 2 o'clock in the morning, where are you and what are you doing when you get this message?
I am probably going to do a little video surveillance of the cafeteria before I go there. Like
Okay.
I'm probably still cleaning up the what's it called?
Blaster marks in the
Yeah.
the docking bay.
Yeah, in the docking bay. So I'm probably
So-
still in the docking bay.
I want to establish this. Is there like an internal camera system where you can look in on the cafeteria area?
I think so.
Okay.
Is there?
All right.
Oh
Sure.
no, you know what I'll do? I'll just tell Vape to open up a video comm channel to me and tell him to go in there first.
Okay. When you tell Vape to do something, Vape is like, "Oh, hello, Toby. I am already in the cafeteria."
I'm like, yeah, I just want to get a. I'm like, just need to see a look. Could you just send me a couple images?
Absolutely. And then you get a series of several thousand images as he takes, hundreds
How
of camera
many
pictures.
stormtroopers are in there after?
It's just Nile. She's currently draped her legs over one of the plush luxury armchairs and is sitting
Son
with
of
her.
a bitch! I said no feet on the. Oh my god.
And her head is resting on the other part of the armchair, on the armrest. And she's just got 2 sticks out and is juggling them. It looks like she's just waiting there. And so you get, with all the pictures being like less than a frame per second, you just like watch the sticks going up and down during the pictures. Yeah. So what's the plan, Toby?
Okay, so okay, I've deemed it safe. I'll go there.
Okay.
Safe for all robots.
Caleb, when you get the message, what are you doing?
I am meditating because that is the thing. I don't know. Jedi don't even sleep, do they? They just meditate and recuperate.
How do I sleep?
Oh, they definitely sleep. Anakin Skywalker slept in that, the movie we don't talk about. I'm
Yeah,
fairly
Return of the
certain
Jedi.
Luke is asleep at least once on camera.
But he's not a real Jedi. Like I'm asking.
Oh,
To
no,
think
he's
Yoda
actually the
or
last
Obi-Wan?
Jedi. I mean, he's literally the Jedi that returns.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, let's get into this. You think Yoda sleeps?
Look,
nah, he
I
just meditates.
officially
Yoda
Don't
does
have
sleep.
Do we really have to have this fucking conversation?
I'm
Yeah.
the only one that doesn't have to sleep because I'm a robot. Okay?
Yes, that's true.
Done.
You didn't sleep for
I
20
get
Yeah,
spent,
they're my
I get
quarters,
spent extra
meditating.
hours scrubbing blaster marks.
For the most part, in the downtime when Caleb is in control, he'll meditate, and when Raz is in control, he sort of wanders the ship to look for something to occupy his time. Because unlike Caleb, he doesn't have serenity and patience and the ability to just wait for stuff.
Okay. All right. Sure. So, yeah, you come out of your meditations and you have this message waiting for you. What's the plan?
We put Raz in control, and we go down to the mess hall.
Okay. Zane, what are you doing when you get this message? 2 a.m.
Zane at 2 a.m.
I'd just like to say that since we went Toby first, I'd like to think that he's still just shooting behind, like right where I've just cleaned. Like
In the
we just
cargo
go
bay?
in circles. Yeah, he shoots across the wall. I go across and clean it. He just circles around.
No respect for my property, I swear to God.
It's fine. It's just a little rubbing alcohol comes right off.
Zane is probably in the grips of night terrors,
God.
as is usual for the most part.
As is tradition.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you come out of your dreams dreaming of a woman screaming and purple and all sorts of crazy shit. And Yeah,
you see
have a
yourself as
message saying
Jesus
that.
in this one. You're like, oh no, I'm Jesus.
So I like, and I like look over and I see my. I like reach first, and my hand's already got my bowcaster pointed at my datapad, and I like blur vision, and the datapad glows purple, and I like almost pull the trigger, and then the vision comes back, and I see the datapad. It's like normal again. I'm like sweat's coming down from my face. My typical gaming like wife beater
Typical
is
gaming
drenched,
wifey.
and I stand up and I flex. Walk over to the datapad and I read it, and then moments later I appear in the location.
Okay. Yeah, you just teleport through the ship while it's in hyperspace. That's the thing Zane can do now. Coral.
I want powers.
Yeah. 2 a.m. What are you doing when you get the call?
I'm probably sitting there, like I got like space cucumbers on my face and like a face.
They're just
like,
regular
mask?
cucumbers.
moist
Space
mask thing,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm just sitting there, just like maybe listening to like smooth space jazz, and I'm just jizz music.
Do you have your Twi'lek tentacles up in curlers?
No, I don't. But I wish I could.
Really?
But,
We're going to talk about Jizz, which, by the way, is an actual Star Wars
I
musical
know.
medley.
That's why I said it. I found that out the other day. I'm
Yeah.
like sick. I'm gonna fucking listen to some jizz music.
That's
Nope.
Anyway, so I'm sitting there and just
George
just
Lucas, everybody.
Sort of. Yeah.
let's give a round of applause.
Maybe I hear the thing go off, and I'm just like, I like lift up and I take one cucumber off my face. It's like, 2 a.m. I just want to relax, and then I like eat the cucumber.
A legitimate strategy.
And then I go and I answer it, and I'm just like, oh god, I'll take maybe another 10 minutes to like rub the shit off my face and just get ready. So
Okay, so Zane, Toby, and Caleb, while you're waiting for Coral to show up, you obviously find Niall in the dining area. Caleb, you immediately recognize that she's juggling 2 lightsaber hilts.
Oh, that's unpleasant. Caleb remains not in control though, and lets Ray's Navarre keep.
Yeah, I turn around and leave when I see that. I thought they were just like
She's
little
just
things
like,
that you-
Toby, where are you going?
Like, 1 moment. I've got some debugging important things to do. I'll catch up with you later.
Toby, go find Coral and bring him back here quickly.
Right away. I just go to my quarters.
Okay. All right. You go and wait in your quarters then? Is that the
Yeah.
plan?
I'm hiding in my quarters. Is what I'm doing.
You double security lock the door, like.
All right. Can we jump to 10 minutes later when Coral shows up, but not Toby?
yeah.
I don't know if we want to play out a conversation between Caleb, Zane, and Niall while they're just waiting for people to show up.
Well, I mean, if Toby doesn't want to be there, then I don't know.
I don't
Scott,
feel safe around here.
Okay. All right. Okay, so when you approach Niall, she says, Coral, I'm glad you're here.
Yes, me too. So glad. What's up?
Did you pass Toby? He's not here yet.
No, I'm assuming he's going to do Toby stuff, so.
It's too bad. Okay. Well, let's start the meeting.
Okay.
I'm curious as to why we're going to Kessel. No one's really explained that to me.
Well, there is a man I wish to kill.
All right, that's good. That's a good step.
I thought you'd like that.
Tell me more.
Well, Lars Theron killed one of my friends, and I feel it's appropriate to, I don't know, return the favor? Is that how revenge goes? Yeah, return the favor. Yeah, that one.
Wouldn't you kill one of his friends then?
Nah, I don't think he has friends. He's kind of a dick, you know?
If you say so.
Yeah. I mean, like, and then he would just kill another one of my friends, so, you know, I just want to end it there.
Yeah. Strange.
And you know, also we're here to rescue one of Zane's dear beloveds. So, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone, that sort of thing.
So she kind of shifts in her chair to look at Zane and says, Is this true? What can you tell me about this person?
About what's his name? Lars?
No, the
they're-
person we're rescuing.
She's my wife. If that's enough for you.
So Niall just like smirks and says, "I didn't even know you were married."
Well, you haven't been here for months, Niall. So
Well,
I mean, like,
I
Didn't
am
bother
an
asking.
information broker. It's kind of my thing.
oh yeah. Well,
Then why didn't you know I was married?
yeah. Why didn't you know?
I don't
he was
know.
married?
Why didn't I know you were married?
I don't know. Why didn't we know he was married?
Yeah, that's a weird question to ask. I mean,
Why is this going around in a circle?
why is this going around in a circle?
Can
I
someone
hate you
call
so
Toby
much.
and get him in here? We really need to sit down and plan this out. It seems
All
like
right,
we're
fine.
not
Wait,
all
what
on
are
the
we
same
planning?
page.
What are we planning? He's like, oh, the murder, right? Yeah. I go to a thingy and I'm just like, Toby, we need your expertise.
Virgil, I think your mic is muted.
I think his mic is swung
Yeah,
up.
okay,
He's just
so
not
just like-
answering.
Yes, I'm available for anything you need, sir.
Yeah,
What
come
do-
on down to the meeting, the cafeteria. We're having a big chat, and we definitely need your expertise in this matter.
Oh, really? I mean, if you need, something medical, is there a medical, I mean, if there's a medical emergency, I can be there in moments.
No, Toby, I just need your emotional.
Oh, thank
support.
God, no medical emergency. So everything's fine without me then, right? Yes?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Just come on down.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yep, come on down.
Oh dear. Jeez. Yeah, soonish is good.
Like now, like
You get
like
you
now.
get a message from Vape on like a text message channel in binary that's like, Toby, what's wrong?
I quickly binary back to him. I think she's evil. I don't want to be near her when she decides to kill people for fun.
No, she's not evil. She's going to be giving you a gift. She told me it's going to be cool.
The gift
oh,
is
oh God,
being
oh God,
stabbed
oh
through
God.
the sternum by a lightsaber.
Ah, Toby is terrified. I'm like, yes, that's what someone evil says right before they kill you, I believe. I sent him several dozen movie clips of evil people saying that and then killing people.
So yeah, you get like a this is the first time you've ever gotten an emoticon from Vape, and he sends you like a hurt face, like a crying, angry face, and he's just like, Toby, don't you trust me? I trust Niall, and she's promised that she won't be going to hurt you. In fact, she needs your help.
You better be right about this. I have a terrible feeling about this.
So then you tune back into Coral.
Yeah.
And it's like, so yeah, like basically we need help like organizing drapes and some other things. I mean, there's really color matching problems. I mean, have you seen now? She's wearing all black now. It's like it's
That was one of
literally
my
death.
worries. Yes.
Like,
yes.
I mean, like you can't accessorize with black. You just can't do it. I mean, you got to help me like talk to her about this, obviously. So come on down, Toby. We
calm
miss
down,
you.
sir. Shall I
Oh.
bring my color swatches or just leave them for now?
Just leave him for now. We just need you down here. And I like give the thumbs up to everyone else in the room. I'm just like, okay, see you later, Toby. And I like hang up and it's like, well, that was easy. I am the best negotiator. Anyway. Hey guys.
So Toby,
Yeah.
when you come in through the door, Niall tosses one of the lightsaber hilts at you.
I just duck. I dodge out of the way.
Okay.
all right.
And it explodes in the hallway.
So yeah, she's just like,
"Please, oh."
Toby, can you go get that for me?
oh, sorry. I thought it was maybe
No,
something.
it's a gift for you, Toby.
Yeah, they don't throw grenades. They hand them to you.
I scan it twice to make sure it's not a thermal detonator.
Can you make a mechanics check?
Yes, I can.
Press the button. It's like, beep, 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 like I don't think this is a lightsaber. Wow, can you imagine how much of a dick move that would be, making thermal detonators look like lightsabers
gonna
and
be
selling them to
Listen,
people?
listen.
Standard
If
two-
any Sith with or Salt handing out lightsabers has emergency detonators in those free lightsabers.
Oh, that's awesome. Pipe bomb saber, yeah. No.
You're rolling mechanics
bombs.
versus. I'm sorry, you're muted, Virgil.
Am I 2?
No, we're good.
Versus 2?
You're rolling against 1 purple.
1 purple. Where is it? Mechanics.
Mechanics.
Okay.
Nothing.
You don't see any explosives in this. It appears to match the basic lightsaber hilt schematics you attempted to download off the HoloNet for the most
Oh
part.
yeah, we did try to do that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I reach down and pick it up, Arthur.
Okay.
Looks like you got whatever you wanted. Now we're all fucking Jedi here. Is that cool? I'm on a ship with 4
Oh wow,
Jedi.
you're like the only one that's not. Oh,
So Niall
yeah.
turns and is just like, first off, saying a robot can't use the Force, and second off, none of us are actually Jedi. Coral is a
Right.
Sith. I use the dark side.
Hey, whoa.
You
Whoa.
told me yesterday that your parents were Sith.
Yeah, that doesn't make me Sith. That's like saying, hey, your parents are murderers. Am I a murderer? Well, kind of, but
Coral and I are
precisely-
dark side users, and Caleb isn't technically a Jedi because he's not alive.
That's also true, I guess.
There's a
Can you
very
even use the Force? I mean, is that even possible?
he can use the Force apparently. I've sensed it within him. The disgusting light side, absolutely pedantic. Listen, here's the key issue. This has happened before. I did some digging through the history books.
Okay.
Turns out this is completely legitimate. He's no longer considered a Jedi. He's just considered a Force user.
Oh, so he's like me. I'm not a Sith or a Jedi. I am just a Force user. Cool. Got it.
Semantics.
And then she's
Yeah,
like,
no.
I
has a look on
also
his
am
face
not a
like-
Sith or a Jedi.
Caleb has a look on his face like, who are you to say who is and isn't a Jedi? But doesn't say anything. He just sort of got his finger on his chin, like scratching it, like,
Caleb is a sassy motherfucker.
Toby, I understand that you believe that I'm evil now, but that's also not true. It might be true if I were Sith, but I'm not. I'm just doing whatever my passions dictate. If you allow your emotions to rule you, you'll always get what you want when you're using the Force. That's why I'm
That-
giving you that practice lightsaber. You won't be able to hurt me with it, but I can use this practice lightsaber and we can practice fighting together.
I look down at the saber.
What color is it?
You turn it on? Or are you asking Niall?
Yeah, I just whispered that to the room.
So now it's like they're blue. They're all blue. They're made with a specific forceless color crystal.
Ugh, blue. You can't work
Um,
with blue.
So
I
my
can't,
question
but, like,
for you, Arthur,
Yep.
is was there something different I recall about buying lightsaber skill? Is it not?
You have
just
to
5
have to
times
have someone
dots?
train you in it. And so
yes,
okay.
it's 10 times dot if you don't have it as a career. So.
yes. There's
Which
nothing
I
different. It's just a
don't.
non-career skill. You now have multiple people who can train you in lightsabers willing to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll still be 10 XP because of it not being a career skill. So that doesn't change.
Okay. Yeah. I'm like, "Oh, very well. Suppose we'll have plenty of time. Got quite a ways to go to Kessel.
Yes, I need to practice my skills. I went through something of an ordeal on Tatooine, and
Oh. Well,
that's where I
hope you're
acquired
alright.
these training lightsabers. Now, Coral, I know that you aren't well versed in Force lore, so you should know in order to get a lightsaber to change to your color of Force, you need to concentrate your Force through its crystal. Because the Force isn't actually in a practice lightsaber, the crystals are just cheap imitations. They're all the same color.
Dang.
Do you know
Okay.
what color your lightsaber is, Coral? Do you have one?
I don't have one. Why would I have one?
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's another thing I wanted to discuss with you, Coral, while we're all here. And she's just looking at everybody else, is just like, hold on a second. Yesterday, I was very tired when we were talking, and I just was not feeling well. And I wanted to tell you, I can't be like you. I tried to do it for a while, and I thought that would make me happy, but I need to be who I am. And yes,
Okay.
that means I need to dress in black and hide in corners. and talk to strange people at all hours. But that's who I am.
I accept that. As long as you accept that I like to have bubble baths, I think we'll be okay.
Coral, I think you're a very cool person, and I'd like to
you.
grow up to be more like you.
You see, guys? You see?
Now, let's get back to the issue at hand. Like, she literally puts her hand up into Coral's face and is just like, let's get back to the issue at hand. What are we doing at Kessel? You're coming to kill a man. What's the plan there? Kessel's one of the most heavily defended Imperial systems.
Oh, yeah, he ain't good with the Empire. So, if we want to fib on him and get him arrested and then kill him when he's inside a cell or something, that works. I'm down.
Aren't you
Okay.
all not very good with the Empire, given your now Jedi status?
Well, I'm not a
Aren't
Jedi.
we all forgetting that the most important thing should be the rescue mission and not the mindless slaughter of someone we don't like?
Yes. But, he's holding her, and so they're kind of one and the same a little bit.
So, do you have any proof that he's actually holding her?
Well,
Well, Zane, you felt very strongly about it, did you not?
Proof? Unless you call your little force dancing, or shenanigans, or wiggling of whatever it is, some sort of proof. He haunts my dreams with visions of it from time to time. He thinks it's funny, frankly. So, no. Actually, that is not proof.
didn't you have like a phone call with him? Like, this is out of character. Didn't you have like a phone call with him where he showed you?
Did I? I don't remember.
Yeah, you
did.
had a phone
He
call where he showed her still alive but being
Yes.
tortured.
He tried to
Crucified,
get
I
you
think.
to give Coral over to him in exchange
Look.
for River.
Yeah, so yes, we have proof. Ignore everything I just said. It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Of course, Zane. She looks at you strangely, like,
Why are you looking at me like that? Like I'm the one who's weird here.
I
good
think she
point.
makes eye contact with Coral and Caleb and is just like, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaking
Alright.
balls over here in Holocron chest. Yes, look at them too.
Liku balls?
I didn't think hard on that. I stand up and I go, I'm on a ship full of idiots. I'll see you later. I'll be on the bridge. And I walk over.
Okay, well, there's your plan, I guess.
It's not much of a plan.
Is this the plan we're gonna have, Coral? I mean, I'm not just risking my life here. We're risking all of our lives for this.
Yeah. As you
Show up.
leave, Zane, I'm just like, where are we going exactly? At least tell us that.
Wasn't it just on Kessel? Those are the only directions we ever get. It's just a planet name.
You have a
That's
piece
worked
of
for us
paper
so
with
far.
the exact coordinates, man. Come on.
Well, then the
most
exact coordinates
advisable-
then.
The
I'll
most
get a name of
advisable
the
thing to
coordinates.
do is to drop into the Kessel system and try and gather more information from there. We obviously can't make a plan if we don't know the facility or ship or planetoid that he's on. So we must simply prepare ourselves in our own ways for a conflict and expect to formulate the plan on short notice.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah,
the way
Niall's
to-
nodding and she says, yes, all of that is true if you were an emotionless Jedi who is blinded from the truth. There are certain parts of this operation which anyone can see aren't going to work. You're purposely going into a trap. He told you where he's located at, in one of the most heavily defended Imperial systems. Someplace you can't find, drawing you there with the lure of a hostage. It's an obvious trap, and your plan is to... do what?
Walk into the front door and say, hey, Zane, one-on-one me. Or
Right.
whatever. But then we don't because we're sneaky.
I'm gonna work with Toby on getting good enough to just cut this guy in half. On the offhand chance we live long enough to see him.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like he was really like he reflected a lot of my blaster stuff last time. He's a pretty tough man, but I reckon if we just wear him
I'm
down,
sorry, he's a
we'll be
Force user?
Yeah, I thought he trained you.
This is the first I've heard of that.
Really? I mean, he was so gung-ho after you. He was like, ooh, give me Nile, blah, blah, blah. So I figured that's where you went.
Yes,
No,
we were
I was
actually
on.
going to. We thought we would needed to do a rescue mission. We were,
I was
That's
on
why we were heading
Tatooine.
there. And then, you know, I paid Victoria, you remember her, to give me some information on your whereabouts. And it turns out you're in a completely different system. So, you know, we just stopped by and you were just waiting for us. And that's about as much as we know about what happened here, you know?
Yeah,
Yes,
the
we were
only thing I know
attacked
about
by
this
him
guy
and-
is. Yeah, she like flexes her cybernetic
Director
arm
Am?
and says, "The only thing I know about this guy is that he cut my arm off. I've never met him before."
Wait, he cut your arm off? I thought you got shot by a blaster.
No.
Look, let's not talk about that right now. There was bad vibes that day. I was confused. It was, the very start of that, problem I was having with my insanity. Mistakes were made. People almost bled to death. Look, let's just leave it be. It's in the past.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about, to be honest with you. Look, Niall, glad you're back. I'd love to hear about your stories if you feel up for it, because, you know, sharing stories is fun. Let's try and get you up to speed, because I feel like we need someone who can use a lightsaber against this guy. I don't know, do you have a proper one? Like a proper lightsaber, or are you going to be using a training one against him?
I mean, I'm fairly sure he wants her alive. I mean, he wants to train her. He told us directly.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
we could make a plot for him to fall into a trap. With Niall as the bait. I mean, Niall, you could lure him in yourself. Yes, well, you'd be bait, basically. But I think you can handle yourself, right? I mean, it's not a terrible idea. He wants you. We have you.
Let's see here. Can you make a discipline check real quick, Coral?
Okay.
And your discipline check is versus
Look, he was.
2 red and a purple with 1 black.
I tell her briefly about the attack where he was like swinging his lightsaber around.
Okay,
crazy
yeah,
and,
she's nodding, and it just seems to be like memorizing everything you're saying.
Yeah, and then I'm like, and then 16 stormtroopers came up, and we had to.
I thought you said he
okay.
wasn't with the Empire, but he somehow has command of 16 stormtroopers.
Well, no, he was apparently like he killed like the commander of that thing in a video to me. It was weird. Like, I don't think he was with the Empire.
Well, he was training Drek Duran, was he not? And then Drek Duran was kind of your buddy, so he killed him just because of that. I'm not quite sure. You Force users are a weird bunch.
That sounds more like a Sith method of corporal
Discipline?
punishment.
Just
Well, no,
more-
I think he was just trying to get a rise out of Coral. I mean, the man has no respect for life at all. Oh,
Okay,
Ugh.
so yeah,
Coral, you look ill. Are you okay?
Coral, you ask
Extremely bad failure.
Niall about if she has a lightsaber or not, and she looks you dead in the eye and says, "No, Coral, I don't have a lightsaber. Just this practice lightsaber."
Wait, no. If I'm going against lying, it's cool, Arthur.
No, actually, it's deception is discipline.
Really?
Yep.
I thought it was cool.
Nope.
Man, I've been putting all these points into cool because of that reason. So, anyway, all right, whatever.
Sorry, bud. Cool is initiative.
Over niceties.
No, cool is a lot of things.
Cool is used
like,
to resist charm and negotiation, not deception.
Oh, charm and negotiation. Okay.
Am I allowed to check that for a lie if it's not force powers, like just
Yeah.
the way she says it?
Yeah, just the way she says it. It's gonna be 2 red and 1 purple for you, no black.
All right, and that's discipline.
Yep.
And what was up with the training lightsabers? They just do stun?
Yeah,
Holy.
training lightsabers deal 6 stun damage.
All right, what is that?
Okay.
That's really good. If you mouse over that little last one,
So you'll basically take like 2 strain, but you also succeeded.
and you got a triumph.
Yeah. I mean, she can never lie.
Yeah,
to you
you're
again.
not gonna take strain from that. So what happens is
Okay.
you can see that She's obviously being deceitful about this. It's probable she has part of or all of a lightsaber somewhere. And given the fact that she is talking about doing lightsaber training with Toby, you put that together.
So Arthur,
pretty
I'm
easily.
curious.
In
If
the
I was
process, you've somehow, I'm not really sure how, but those two threat will be used against you in the future, probably as black die from her.
Oh, okay.
Arthur, I'm curious. If I take the crystal out of a training lightsaber and just build my own lightsaber and put it in there, does it work like
Yes.
a normal lightsaber?
Yes.
Well, it would be another training lightsaber because he said the nature.
No,
of
no,
the
no. Training lightsabers.
It's the crystal that makes a training lightsaber.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So what
thought
is
we
the?
All
If
the
we get
parts of the
crystals,
hilt
can
are
we swap
readily
them out?
available.
Because I read the book and it's just a fucking like a power modulator that goes in there to make it less.
No, it's the
intense.
crystal. It's literally.
No,
crystal.
they actually
Arthur.
say like.
Well,
in
whatever the book says, it doesn't matter. Arthur, I'm curious. What is?
No, it's
So,
a crystal,
I-
Dave. It's literally a shitty ass crystal that goes in there that's worth like 100 whatever.
No, because
So my question
okay.
is, if we get the expensive crystal, can I just swap it?
Yes, the
into
expensive
the
crystal is
handle.
50,000, but yes.
Okay.
All right, Arthur, I've got another question.
Yes.
So again, I'm trying to learn the dice in this system. So I got successes. I pierced through the thing. What did the triumph do?
That's what I was trying to get to, but somehow we ended up talking about lightsabers again. The triumph is like you can look at her and like nod and let her know that you know that she's lying. And that will put her at a disadvantage in the future as well, if you want to
Okay.
spend that way.
So
If there's
to sort of be
another
like,
cool random thing you want to do, you can spend them on just random stuff.
oh, you can. So a triumph is like a.
The triumph here is the sight of an ally looking danger in the eye and refusing to blink is all it takes to bolster one's resolve. Triumph generated may be used to add blue die to any discipline checks made by a character's allies.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
So you can either
Well,
spend it
I'll-
to let her know that you know and put her at a disadvantage, or you can bank that for any time during the session if there's another discipline roll. And
Oh, so
encourage
like
one of
it's-
your allies to stand tall.
Okay, so later on, if someone else needs to make a discipline check, I can give them a blue dice.
Yes.
Or I can spend it right now to put her at a disadvantage and be like, "Bitch, you ain't fooling anybody."
Yeah. You won't literally say that, but you'll like look at her and she'll just be like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
You do that significant glance thing all player characters know how to do.
yeah. I'm going to do the significant glance thing just because I feel like, she needs to know that she's in the room with somebody capable.
All right. So yeah, while you do that, she flexes her left cyber arm when you're looking at her like that, and just kind of nods as well.
All right.
All right. I want to thank Dream Punch for hosting us tonight. By the way, cool stuff there.
Thanks, Dream Punch.
Yeah, thanks, DP.
So who's still in the room? I think Zane left, and so Niles like, Toby, can I arrange a match with you over the next few days?
Certainly. I like twirl the lightsaber.
You probably
Do you
shouldn't
mind if
do
I
that, Toby.
watched?
I turn it off. I turn it off and I twirl the hilt like once around in my hand to look cool. I
So
don't
she
slice
says you still probably shouldn't do that. That's very
Like-
dangerous.
I'm like, I feel strangely comfortable holding it, actually.
Creepy.
That's super creepy coming from a droid.
Thank you.
I'll catch up with you in a few minutes, Toby, if you want to see yourself out.
Okay, Swarg, you have to stop saying you're the only non-Jedi. You actually could be Force sensitive. I never, ever, ever will ever have the option because I'm a robot.
That's
I don't
true.
have-
That's true.
I'm not
You're
ex-
using
I'm
a
not-
lightsaber.
No,
for
see,
the
you know what's
game.
gonna happen is we're gonna crack Toby open later.
So the
and
thing
find
is,
a
you don't
brain.
understand that despite the fact that I have a lightsaber, I have all kinds of disadvantages because I'm not a Force user. I can never do the reflect moves or any of these other moves. I can just use it as a weapon. You could basically do the same thing that I'm doing. I'm being like, I'll use this weapon that's like impossible for me to get super proficient at. Just because I feel like it.
Arthur,
Yes.
when she talks about doing a training match with Toby, I mentioned
You
that I would
asked
like
it.
to observe.
And she says, I would be delighted to have someone of your age just watch over us and make sure no one gets hurt.
He doesn't like recoil at that obvious, like, loaded compliment. He's just like, oh, yes, of course, absolutely. In a very, like, of course that's what you mean sort of way.
Coral, could you please excuse us for a moment? I'd like to speak with Professor Navarre, is it?
Oh, yes, of course. Wonderful. I love to be included.
Okay, I guess this was fruitful, and I just walk out.
And so we're just left with Niall and Caleb. And Niall is
Hey.
like, so, Professor, any chance
Yes.
that you might consider using the dark side of the Force? Don't let that equally old and disgusting creature in your brain tell you what to do. He doesn't know very much about the Force. He's only seen half of it. I can show you the other half.
I do not necessarily know that I myself have any capability with the Force. I was just an archaeologist studying ancient Jedi relics.
Yeah, yes, I understand. You have the ability to use the Force within you, however. I can sense it.
Ah, that's fascinating. At this point in time, my focus is not necessarily on the acquisition of how do you say the Force or greater Force powers. I'm really just sort of interested in the whole Inquisitors being after me, and it's in my chest, and if it is removed, I die, and therefore I need to get it out without dying.
If you'd like, I could do some research on removing it from you. There may be some ancient text or perhaps some forbidden to the Empire medical technique that might be able to save your life and get this thing out of you.
Oh, well, that would be wonderful and most appreciated. I would be happy to return any favor you could do for me in such a way.
Oh, I can think of quite a few favors I could call on from you. Thank you so much for your time, Professor.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
All right. So a few minutes later, Coral, you get a text message from Niall asking to draw from the company account in order to use the Imperial HoloNet hypercommunications on the ship.
I texted back and was like, "Are you planning on staying with us?"
She says, "I work for you. Remember, I'm your secretary or
She
mechanic."
should have full access to the funds, Coral.
And
She's back on the crew.
I'm just like, I know, I don't want you to go again. But yeah, go ahead.
Please
Okay.
don't leave me.
Yeah.
I like the thought of you guys having like a 4 a.m. texting conversation
How
from
much
your
is the
bedrooms
call?
in the same ship.
Uh,
It's like kicking your feet.
It's like 200 credits, right?
Yeah.
That's per time. So, the next morning you receive a bill for 4,000 credits from the hypercom.
We don't have that much money.
I mean, we have that to pay, but
Your
We
bill.
literally don't have 50. Okay,
we have
go.
after that we have 10,000 left. So yeah, I send a text, letting her know that we will need to keep a bare minimum number of credits for air and fuel.
Okay.
Try to keep your collect calls under control.
We have to buy air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have like a
That's what-
scrubber?
You have a scrubber, but it only works so much. It's not infinite. This isn't Battlestar Galactica. You don't have plants on board. You get a message back, Toby, that's a data dump of the Kessel system that includes a number of smugglers' routes, the current output of the Imperial spice trade, the medically restricted spice trade, and the location of all of the ships currently in the Kessel system, which include 1 Imperial-class Star Destroyer, 2 Victory-class Star Destroyers, 4 Karak light cruisers, 12 skip ray blast boats, and 7 Imperial TIE fighter squadrons, 1 TIE bomber squadron.
Can I put together like a map where it's like, you know, a map of the Kessel system and then like pop outs
Yep.
to each
Mhm.
where each of these are.
Yep.
And then I send that off to actually like the giant screen in the in front of the like pilot's chair. I'm
Okay.
assuming Zane will be sitting there.
All right, Zane. So you get this pop up of like everything. It's got like arrows that show how you can like sneak into the system without alerting Imperial forces.
I send a thumbs up text back to her, and I'm like, well worth.
Okay, so I have basically a map to not.
You have a
where to
smuggler's
not go.
run map of how to get into the Kessel system without tripping any Imperial security protocols. If
That's
you
a good-
fly perfectly.
Well, better fly goddamn perfectly then, right?
Zane, you get a text message from Niles saying that the current ship's codes are up to date, and that you won't even need to do any smuggling on the way in. It's the way out you need to be concerned about.
I look at my data pad and I go, "Why are you?" I answer back, "Why are you texting me? We're on the same goddamn ship."
She's like, I'm pretty busy. I'm in my room right now. I mean, I guess I could take a break. Do you want to talk?
I'm literally like 100 feet away from you. You could just get up, talk to me. Your whole generation is, God, holy shit. And I just turn it off. I don't even answer that. I like type that all out, and I'm like, nope.
So a minute later, Nile comes up into the cockpit, and she just like peeks her head into the cockpit door, and so it's just her curly pink hair like draped around. She's like, Zane, did you want to talk? Did your communicator bust? You never answer me back.
Nope, I just didn't feel like using it. 4 in the morning. I felt like if I wanted to talk to you more, I could have used my own legs and had a conversation with you face to face.
Well, I'm here now, old man.
Yep. That's unfortunate because we have nothing to talk about, do we?
I mean, I thought we were cool. Are we not?
Are we not?
You're making it seem like we're not. I'm sensing a lot of hesitation in you, Zane.
Sense whatever you want.
Is there anything you want to tell me?
Is there anything you want to tell me?
I met a guy.
Why would you tell me that?
I thought you were, like, trying to be my older brother or something, right? That's what you were doing on Bespin. We were cool, right? Now, are we not cool?
I mean, are we cool? Were we cool? Ever? Right? Remember?
Are you
Are
drunk?
you having the same memories that I'm having?
So she like pops her head around the corner and is like, "I'll be back in a minute, Zane." So yeah, she's like walking down the corridor and her voice is echoing. Toby, you immediately get a communication from Niall that's like, "Toby, I think that Zane has space madness. You should come to the cockpit immediately."
Okay, yeah, I hustle very quickly.
And I'm like, oh, Zane, did you see what I sent you? There's all kinds of Imperial ships everywhere, and this, and if you'll notice, and could you stare into this for 1 second? Yes, just stare into this.
What are you doing?
Everything-
Get out of
Look,
the
I
bridge.
need
It's
to, I need to
4 in
check
the
to see if your
morning.
pupils are dilating. Damn it!
What
Okay,
for?
here, breathe through this thing.
So
I
he just
like
like
breathe
flips.
into it quick, I guess. It's like, there, Jesus.
No, breathe until I say stop breathing.
Now, does he have space madness? Can we get a medical
Oh
check?
well, no, I have to do some more tests. I'm like, I say,
Word association.
I show him a picture of a duck.
Horse.
A duck?
Space. I'm like, okay, doesn't seem like space madness. Okay. All right, just take 2 of these and see if that causes you to go mad, because that means that you don't have space madness.
And then I leave.
The outside of the pills just say placebo.
No, it says Veda sugar cubes.
Yeah. So then I just
continue flying like a normal person would.
You're in hyperspace. You're not going anywhere.
Well, I continue
Pretend
pretending
fine.
like I'm doing something.
Yeah, I mean he's got to get his salary somehow, right?
he's logging hours at the controls.
Yeah. Can we jump to a week later when
Please, yes.
Caleb, Toby, and Niall have their first duel?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I guess probably in like the cargo place.
Cargo place.
Caleb just sort of sits cross-legged up on top of a cargo box, if such a thing is, where he can get a good view, and meditates / watches.
How's that? Like just one eye open?
It's
He
it's
pretends
like
to meditate, but really he's watching.
He just wants people to notice that he's meditating, but he's actually watching. Yeah, okay.
he's watching with the Force, but his eyes are closed.
Of
Such a
course.
fuck
That you
you.
took sense, right? You have that force power now. Otherwise, it's complete bullshit.
Okay, so lightsabers.
Do you have any
Right now,
skill in lightsaber currently?
I have ranked 0 because I haven't been told I could buy any.
You can buy
But
it.
if I can now buy it, I
Yeah.
will buy it. And it's
Okay.
what, 10 then 20? It's going to be 30 to get 2 levels?
Yep.
Shit, that's expensive.
That's why you get it as a career skill, man. But I don't think
That's
you can.
fine.
So
I don't think I can either because I can't
Yeah.
be a Jedi. It's just going to cost me a shit ton. So okay, so that was 30. So there goes my dedication skill, guys. Not going to happen for a while. But I now get to roll 2 yellows when I have a lightsaber.
Yeah. So Niall kind of crouches down and holds her lightsaber like out in a straight line to her right, and just says, "Toby, what do you know about lightsaber fighting?"
I just instantly attack at like full force.
Okay, what
To
does it
show
look
her.
like? I mean, is it the
It's-
Vader style, like rum, rum?
Well, no. At first, I like try to like dash forward because I'm like thinking of the like debugged memories that I had when I was in the
Yeah.
lighter body and I was using like a training light, or it was like a
proton saber.
it was like a prototype, saber. So I like expect myself to move super quickly, but then I realize that I can't do it. So yeah, then it like goes more into like a super forceful.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to telegraph what I'm doing so that she'll get tricked, and then I'll like try to outsmart her by.
So yeah,
Upgrade.
her whole fighting style appears to be kind of a capoeira, the Brazilian like dance fight style, and a mix of Mugen from Samurai Champloo, where it's all just like so crazy. It's hard to tell where she's attacking from because she's spinning around or jumping backwards or sliding on the floor. Yeah. Can you roll your lightsaber skill versus 2 red and 3 purple?
2 red, 3 purple. I think I will use a force die to make that 4 purple and 1 red.
Okay.
If you want to move that for me, thanks. Let's just make sure that's all correct. I think so. Here
How
it
do you
goes,
use a
guys.
Force die? Just do it.
You just do it. Yeah.
You just
Sick.
choose to do it and downgrade or upgrade, but I can't upgrade
Gotcha.
because I have nothing to upgrade. Yeah, so I don't look that great because I'm not expecting. It's
You also don't have tiny jets attached to you to make you go faster.
yeah, I need jets attached to my arms to make my swings go. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
You did it.
So the fight lasts for a few minutes all across the cargo bay, and at one point she runs along the walls, but she never actually uses the force to like throw stuff at you or enhance herself. She just continues to use the lightsaber, and finally you manage to land a lightsaber blow on her. Tell me what it looks like when you finally hit her.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, like I think she's toying with me a little bit because I was going slow and like looking super deliberate, and then she like does the wall jump, and I just like way quicker than she'd expected, block a blow and do a spin like incredibly fast and tag her on the leg, and
Okay.
I doubt it's enough to actually take her down.
Arthur, are you doing that right? By the way,
Doing what
because
with it?
isn't it supposed to be like melee versus melee is 2 purple, and then like Niall
I'm doing
can,
their
like-
saber versus each other's.
Okay, it's just for
We're
training?
not playing out an entire combat scene by
Alright,
scene.
yeah.
We're just doing.
Yeah, I
there.
figured that was
Yeah,
the
it's
case.
like one roll into a big thing. Yeah, so it's like back and forth. She's, it looks like she has opportunities to go, but she's, training, and then all of a sudden I pull it out and I get the first blow, and I don't think she was expecting it.
Yeah, so you like hit her in the leg, and then her leg goes numb, and so she collapses to the floor and like bangs her knee, and then slams the practice saber down, and it turns off and starts punching the floor.
Yeah.
And then
I
she's
turn mine off. Yeah.
She holds up a hand for you to like help her up.
Yeah, I help her up.
I'm like, oh, that was a good show. I don't think I could pull off that wall run. I need to lighten this chassis.
I don't know that you're designed to do that. I'm sure if we somehow were able to copy your chip into an assassin droid body, that would work. That was a very tricky move you pulled there, Toby. It's hard fighting someone that I can't read anymore.
Oh, it's probably great practice. I mean, and then when someone's, a force user, you can read their mind a little bit or something. You can is it that you can glean what they're gonna do? Is that the trick?
She's like,
That seems like cheating.
yes, you can see slightly into the future. You can also read their intentions, their movements through the force flowing between each other. But you don't have the force, Toby, which makes it somewhat more difficult.
Well, I have so many futures to simulate for a short while. It's almost similar, I saw you running up the wall, and there was only several 100,000 different things you could really do at that point, right? I mean, you had limited yourself quite a bit.
Only several thousand.
It's like playing a game of chess against a computer.
Yeah, because he's a computer. Yeah,
Lightsaber chess.
Caleb, do you have any commentary on this fight?
No, he doesn't say anything.
Okay.
But if someone were to ask, perhaps.
Wow, that was super passive aggressive.
Guys,
If someone were to ask,
Yeah, passive aggressively. I mean, like he's not involved. He just isn't offering anything. He's
Okay.
not being critical.
all right, interesting.
All right, no, I'll be like, do you want to have a go? Hey, Caleb,
It's been
think you
quite
can
some-
take the droid?
I don't want to embarrass myself.
She flips.
I won't
So
embarrass you.
Niall flips the lightsaber over to you, the practice saber.
Catch.
Come on.
I
Alright.
ignite my blade. Yeah.
Caleb will turn his on. And Caleb holds his lightsaber backwards.
Oh shit!
You
You're
hold, like, so it's
Starkill
pointing-
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been
All right. When I see that, I adjust my stance. Even though it doesn't do anything, I just think it's intimidating that I reacted to what he's doing differently.
Then he adjusts his stance, and it just goes
Yeah,
on and
it's
on.
And
Happens
then you both lean in for a kiss, and then you.
And roll for charm.
Yeah.
So what does Caleb's lightsaber style look like?
Caleb is a Xian expert, and in the style of Xian, they replace their brawl rating with cunning, and that's the mechanical expression of they fight their opponent and watch for the right moment. They are sort of combat manipulators. Whenever possible, they go to a battlefield ahead of time if they get a force vision that they're going to fight somewhere, and they will set traps or lay things to their advantage in the area that they can call upon during a fight, learn the battleground. They are masters of manipulating a space in a combat.
Okay.
So
How does that work here?
here he's been paying attention to the layout of the cargo that they're carrying, and while they were fighting the other two, he was noting how someone else could have moved differently to get the advantage on someone else. He's sort of been playing out the space here in his head, including his as of yet unknown ability to force sleep, factoring that in and seeing, oh well, if I could get him here, I could be behind him in a moment, that sort of thing. So he's got the battlefield laid out in his head, and he's just going to, for the first time in probably, who knows how many hundreds of years, he's going to stretch the old limbs in a body that he's never been in before and fought with a lightsaber before.
Okay, so Caleb, can you roll your lightsaber skill versus 2 red?
Sure thing, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, he gets me.
Yep, he does.
So I think for this time I would try to do like I want to go in like hard and try to like hit him first. So like a more kind of frantic and violent attack towards him, because I don't want to give him a chance. So I try to end it way too quickly.
Okay. Interesting.
Caleb simply sidesteps it and then brushes the training lightsaber against Toby. It's like not even a full strike. It's just like you were completely open here. I could have hit you.
Right, and it's just like bzzzt. I'm like, ooh, and that's what instant 6 strain, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll heal up.
Minus your soak. Minus your soak, so you might not take
Oh,
very
okay.
much at all.
Wait, training lightsabers don't have.
Training lightsabers don't have breach.
No, that's a big thing that you need to worry about. You're better off shooting a dude then, instead of using a training
Or
lightsaber.
training.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like it's in the name.
yeah. So there you go. Just in case Virgil's like, I'm gonna use my training lightsaber against real people.
Yeah.
Because I saw that gleam.
Couldn't he
in
like
your eyes,
Wookiee
but-
doctor it though?
I
He
mean,
could use
maybe. I
pressure
mean, like
poison.
there
I
are
don't
better. There are better weapons out there if you just want to beat a dude senseless.
Because
So.
yeah, it's a melee attack, right?
Yes. But so it doesn't, like most lightsabers have breach, which gives, it
Right.
takes away 10 soak from people, which is more than most people have. So it completely negates soak in a lot of instances.
Yeah,
but,
I negate soak if I do my medical skill instead of damage, which is not too terrible. I can do 3 automatic
yeah.
strain.
Yeah, alright.
So yeah, Niall watches you fight. Apparently you end it very quickly, Caleb. And she just nods and says, "You fight without passion, so-called Jedi."
Yes, it is part of my side of the Force, as you put it.
Maybe you should consider exploring other sides of the Force.
Passion can blind you as well as it can empower you.
Alright, she just kind of gets angry, and you feel that the lightsaber in your hand is being pulled away from you. Do you want to
I
keep
let
a
go
hold
of
of
it. I'll
Okay.
I'll let her have it.
Yeah, she pulls the lightsaber in her hand and reclips it to her belt with a carabiner, and then keeps walking out of the room. Do we have another scene that we want to do while we're in?
Yeah, there's
space?
one more I want to do. I want to
Okay.
try talk to my holocron.
Okay. Yeah, you try to talk to the holocron. Garda the Hutt or Gardula the Hutt
Gardula, yeah.
is there, and she's just like, "So, Coral, you've come back."
Yeah. There's a lot of pull from a lot of directions these days for me.
I'm afraid if you're going to continue speaking with me, you're going to have to use your knowledge of the Force. On the screen, it just says like knowledge lore 3P, and she's just like, unless you can pass the tests I have to offer, I will not be able to give you anything more than basic knowledge of the Force.
I was hoping more for just a conversation.
Well, I am rather busy here.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I'm very busy living in a box.
So 3P.
Yep.
Alright. Can I use a force die?
Sure.
Well,
I'm not
upgrade.
stopping you.
I want to upgrade my green to a yellow. How do I do this on this sheet?
I think you can just put upgrade 1, right?
Okay, well, we'll see if that works. Because it didn't work last time, so. So what am I rolling? Lore? Yeah.
Yep, lore 3 purple. Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Nice.
So I just sort of like, just look at the thing and maybe like touch it. And, you know, for the longest time, just sort of like looking at it. And then I just sort of like reach out and sort of grab it or whatever. And just like. I'm trying to have an understanding here. It's
Yeah.
a little difficult, but.
as you reach out and connect with the Force, your mind is filled with all of the knowledge hidden within this holocron. Most of it is wrong, given that you got 5 threat. You have like a bunch of knowledge where you're just like, oh yes, if I lick your Slarmy, I can become more powerful in the Force.
Okay.
Or
Are those a thing in our universe?
what? You Slarmy? Yeah, they're a creature. They're in Force of Destiny. You know what they
Oh,
are? Man, they're so
I know
cool.
what they are.
Yeah,
I've
good.
done the
Don't
reading.
tell anybody. They're so good.
I won't tell anybody.
Okay. If you
uh,
could just, send me a text later about the stuff that I'd learn.
well, no. Basically, just if you have any
I
questions
just
about
didn't know. Yeah.
about the
Um,
Force, you basically know everything now. And the holocron is like, all right, Coral, I'm willing to talk to you. What do you want to speak on? It seems that your knowledge of the Force is more comprehensive than I expected.
a lot's come back to me over the past couple of days from my history with my parents and stuff. And being with Niall again and having her so aggressive and having Caleb here with him being so passive, it's both of them are trying to pull me in either direction. And I just wanted advice on how you stay impartial.
Very carefully.
I mean, for me, it's like nothing seems either side doesn't seem that great to me. I mean, on one side, I'm like, I see what used to be a bubbly girl, fun to be with. She's aggressive and sorrowful and withdrawn. And then we have Caleb, who feels like it's his duty to lecture me. And honestly speaking, all I want to do is exist in this world without having the allure drive me in a way that doesn't make sense. The other day, I was trying to find Niall because I was worried about her, but it just felt angry. And when I saw my friend getting slayed by Luce Theron, it was all I wanted to do was murder the man. But I've thought about it more now, and you know, I want to make sure that the memory of my friend doesn't influence what I have to do going forward. But I still want to have a memory of him, and I still want to do right by him. And I don't know. Any advice you have on sticking to my guns, which I feel like is not on either side of this force?
So Gardula just kind of nods a bit while you're talking and says, in order to stay balanced, Coral, you're going to have to do some things on both sides. And fortunately, I know of something that you need to do. You asked me earlier how to banish a Force ghost, like your father's.
Yes, I remember.
It's not something you'll be able to do alone. But if
Okay.
Caleb helps you, if he truly is a Jedi Master, the two of you could work together on a specific light side ritual in order to banish his spirit back to the Force, return him to the flow.
I understand. Do you feel like there's any reason why I shouldn't banish my father?
So her hut body just kind of like rolls over, and she's like, "Well, he could have much knowledge. He's very powerful, from what I understand."
I know he just pisses me off so much. It's just like he just
Dad,
he,
God,
yeah, I know it's
get out of my room.
yeah. Yeah.
Not my problem.
I understand. Maybe if we look at this practically, do you feel like there's anything I should ask him before we banish him? Stuff maybe you'll want to know or anything along those lines?
So she laughs and just like, I'm a hologram, Coral. I can't learn new things.
Okay, it's just sometimes it's so real. It just like yeah, you know. I feel like I'm just having a conversation with someone on the other side of the galaxy. To be honest with you.
I think this is when Adele's "Hello" starts playing in the background really faintly.
Hello. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just like, well, thank you for the advice. So you just do things in both sides and actively try and do that. Is that still the advice you have?
Live for
It's not.
something other than the Force. I prefer material gain.
Oh, I'm pretty partial to my looks.
She
And
kind of
money.
looks you over and then rolls over again and is like, you shouldn't be.
You hut. I know you're lying. And then at that, I'm just like, thank you. And then I just sort of like leave the room. I
Yeah,
guess.
the holocron turns off as you exit the area. Okay, approximately 3 weeks in your journey. Nile sends you an update, Coral, that you owe the Imperial Commissary an additional 800 credits, and attaches a message from the hypercoms.
Okay, what's the message?
Drink your Ovaltine.
Fuck you, Wreckage.
There you go. You should have got it on Roll20.
Ooh, it's super secret.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I did. Only 5,000?
In excess of 5,000, buddy.
That's pretty funny.
In excess of 5,000. That means more than 5,000.
Okay. Wow, I'm a dangerous man. I just sort of laugh and I'm just like I sort of I go visit Niall, I guess. And
Okay.
I'm just like and it's just like, oh man, this is crazy.
All of you, after a few minutes, get messages in your inbox with this attached. Yep. It's a series of wanted posters. In fact, the only members of the crew who aren't on there are Nile and Vape.
Okay. So yeah, we get me like by myself in my room looking at this, and then instantly I like swipe and I'm like swiping through different droid chassis available. Like time for a change of pace. Oh dear.
What's the bounty at?
All of your bounties should be listed. Right? Can you guys see the
Oh, I see
poster?
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit. So.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it now.
Oh wow. Oh god.
Wait, how did they know about us lowering the planetary shields?
Doctorate revoked. Credentials revoked. Somewhere in their ship, you hear, "What? My doctorate?"
Oh man. So for people joining the show, I'm a 2-1B medical droid, like the one on Hoth that helped Luke come back after
They
he
have
got
the face
attacked.
mask thing.
But then I had stormtrooper plating added on, and then I had it done all in blue with orange highlights. So I definitely
Stand out.
need to do something about that.
Who's worth the most? Coral's worth as much as the entire rest of the crew combined.
Yeah.
He's also wanted for war crimes.
Apparently, that I never did. So, oh, actually, no, I did do that.
You
but
did
like,
do that.
yeah.
I like how you're like, well, oh, wait, yeah, I did do that.
No, that was, if you remember, my human, sexy, female variety version of me.
Uh-huh.
that
No,
stuff.
I know exactly how that happened.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay,
There's a chain
so-
of evidence here.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I trust you. Anyway, I'm just like, well, I wish I didn't pay her the 40,000 credits now. Maybe I go to Space PayPal and see if I can get a.
Space PayPal.
Yeah,
You try to dispute the charges.
yeah.
So Arthur, I would like to send a message to Vape.
Okay.
Babe, yes,
I send it to him as well. I'm like,
we're in quite a bit of trouble. As you can see, the Auto Loki itself has been listed under Captain Koro's command with this large bounty on his head. Is there some way you can change our broadcast name?
So Vape is just like, oh, I suppose so, but that would be illegal.
Yes, well, illegal or, get shot down by Imperial Star Destroyers.
I'm not very
so-
good at computers things. Shouldn't we
Oh,
ask?
what?
Oh, I guess he's not here anymore.
Yes, unfortunately. But,
Aren't
You know
you
who
good
might
with
be
computers, Toby?
no, I'm terrible. But Niall might be good. I know she can
Actually,
fix
Niall
things.
is terrible at computers as well.
We're also terrible at computers. I guess I could give it a whack,
Oh yeah, because doing
try?
computers
College
in this sense
try?
never actually did anything wrong for us. So
Okay. For the rest of the crew, you've also gotten a number of additional messages earmarked from Niall, including a message from Victoria Corps terminating your employment effective immediately, backdated 1 week ago. You have a message from the Imperial Senate putting out a remembrance of the Alderaan system. There are 24 messages for Coral asking for his current location so that they can provide him with limited edition Vader O products or interviews.
I'll probably reply to those. So.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. And finally, there's a private message for Coral only from Starfeld Industries from one of their salespeople, Rents Hardhold.
Okay.
And the tagline for that is ZH25 Quester.
Okay, I'll answer that. I don't know what that's about, but that
Okay,
sounds great.
so a Corellian man with a white goatee and a Corellian cowboy hat appears on the screen and says, "Well, howdy, son. The name's Rents Hardhold. I'm here representing Starfeld Industries and our new ZH25 Quester program. I just wanted to sit down and offer you a new ship. You're one of the most infamous criminals in the galaxy right now, and I understand your ship's being repossessed. Boy, that sure is a problem. Here at Starfeld Industries, we've recently developed the ZH-25 Quester Light Freighter. It seems to fit a similar profile that you currently have on your ship. If you'd like to know more about the ZH-25 Quester, just press a button below, and I'll tell you more about the ship. If you'd like to purchase one of these fine vessels, you can buy one for a down payment of 11.5 thousand credits."
I'll get more information.
Okay. And
I can see this guy.
there's like a voiceover that just shows the ZH-25 Quester. It literally looks like two giant engines mounted on like a thin, narrow center area. It looks like it could be a pod racer just as a spaceship.
Oh, okay.
And there's like some sort of like martial music playing in the background as we see a ZH-25 Quester rotating in a cargo bay somewhere. Spurred by the success of the Z-10 Seeker class Scout, the ZH-25 Quester is Starfield Industries' first foray into the light freighter market. Essentially a Seeker writ large, the ZH-25 is a fast, reliable, and easily modifiable frigate designed to compete against Corellian Engineering Corps' YT and YV series freighters. With a hull that represents a pair of magnoculars in planiform, the ZH-25 consists of a central hull with a forward-style cockpit and a bank of powerful Novadex JV-74 engines.
Can I pause the talking or whatever?
Yep.
And I was like, oh god, fucking. Let's see the inside.
Okay. The default inside for the ship is utilitarian and ergonomic. It's comfortable and designed to alleviate the stress of long-distance travel in hyperspace.
Is there like a luxury option for more money?
There isn't a luxury option for more money. For
Isn't
an
or
additional
is?
10,000 credits onto the ship, you can
Okay.
get customizable luxury fittings in a number of themes or racial profiles. For instance, Mon
Racial?
Calamari like it to be wet.
No, I want it to be wet as well. No, not really. Okay, well, I just sort of like I close it down and just look over the other messages, I guess.
Okay, you have 24 messages from various emails, all saying that you've won limited edition Vadero products. 4 of them say that you have won an interview with a vice president or executive vice president of the Vadero's cereal brand, and that they'd like to meet you, and what is your current location, or where can they meet you at?
I just say meet me on what's that planet that we sent the guy to?
The guy?
Yeah, our trader guy. Bespin?
Oh, you sent him to Cloud City on Bespin.
Yeah. I send
Okay.
all of them there. I'm just like, yeah, just
Okay.
go there. We'll be there in a couple of months or whatever. So
In a couple of months?
yeah.
Okay.
You're very vague, you know. Who knows? Who knows these things?
But I'm
All
definitely interested.
Yeah, we tell him to beat us on Alderaan.
You do have that article about Alderaan still active for anybody that wants to check that. Probably no one, just to be salty about
Well, I
it.
mean, I'm very self-centered, Arthur. You
I
should
know.
know that.
I know.
I'll check it later. I have computer stuff.
And no, that's pretty much it. I basically, I'm just like, well, I mean, my priorities is my friends right now, so maybe I'll talk to Victoria later. I don't know.
All right, Toby, what is it you wanted to have get done?
So, when we arrive out of hyperspace, surrounded basically by Imperial ships, I just don't want to broadcast Alto Loki to them all.
That's wise.
So, I decide that I will broadcast Bright Star instead.
Okay. Can you make
That's such a dumb name for my ship, though.
Can you make a computer's check versus 3 purple?
So, play off our old Shade Star.
No.
So,
3
What?
purple.
3?
Yep.
Oh, no,
You-
those
You're
are
having to
against-
fool the Imperial Ship Registry from
Yeah,
the Bureau
pretty
of
hard.
Ships and Services. They ain't
Honestly,
but-
3 purple's
whatever.
getting away pretty good.
No, that's actually really tough. Hey.
No.
That's 0. Yeah, the ship is currently broadcasting that it's a Bright Star.
Stupid double rolls.
Yeah.
I hate them. Okay, so I'm like, look, this is fantastic. And I comms to up to Zane, and I'm like, Zane, old boy, when we pop out of hyperspace, we'll be broadcasting as the Bright Star rather than Alto Loki. I think it was a good idea, since the Alto Loki has a giant bounty on it and is to be repossessed. So if anyone gives you any direct communications, Bright Star, this is anyone but Zane speaking. You catch my drift, boy, right?
That sounds reasonable to me. I don't see why not.
Okay, excellent.
God, I hope he
sure
says
remember.
it's anyone but Zane speaking.
Zane is the only one on the ship not stupid enough to do that. So I feel confident he will make up a fake name. Okay, and then I will check out the Alderaan. We already saw one thing, that the Alderaan system was destroyed as it was a rebel base sympathizer.
Yep.
And they had shields and planetary weapons, and we saw the proof
In the pudding.
in the pudding. Okay, so I checked this one. It's like in memory of Alderaan, or whatever.
Yeah. So let's see here. There's a dark-skinned man with a microphone in front of him who's just like, and so, in remembrance of Alderaan, we're here speaking with Captain Taicho Selchu of the Imperial Naval Academy. Captain, what are your thoughts on Alderaan? It's been 2 years since the destruction of your planet at the hands of the rebellion. And the captain goes on to lay down some very harsh criticisms of Rebel Princess Senator Leia Organa and her campaign of terror against the Empire, and that her actions caused the planet to be targeted for destruction, and that had the Death Star's capabilities not been set to low power and the planetary shields not been sent to do feedback, they simply would have exploded the shields rather than penetrating them and destroying the planet by blowing up the planetary
Okay, so
energy
she rigged
generators.
the energy shield to blow up the planet.
So
I
what
see,
it was
yeah.
is the shields were too strong. They had installed. Yeah, so there's like a more info button, and you get a talking head pundit. It's like after the destruction of Alderaan. The man's just like looking at the screen, shocked, and he's like, according to these reports we have from Lord Vader and Grand Moff Wilhelm Tarkin, apparently the planet of Alderaan was being used as a rebel base. They were ordered to lower their planetary shields so that Lord Vader could begin removing the rebellion from the seat of government. Unfortunately, Alderaan did not lower its shields, and in fact has been secretly reinforcing them for some time. The Death Star, firing at its lowest available power level, caused those faulty shield generators set up in parallel rather than in series to explode. The explosion shockwave took out the planetary core. We have here this footage showing how the sequence of events happened. As you can see, the beam stops at the edge of the shield, and then the planet still explodes.
Obvious. Yeah, you can see it all.
The
on
footage
film.
is, to your
So,
droid eyes,
I
highly
checked
doctored.
to see if Senator Leia Organa is still at large.
Yes. Yep.
And what's her bounty?
Her bounty is 1 million Imperial credits.
Maybe we should go after her.
Yeah, I totally think that should be our new mission.
Yeah.
Capture Leia and turn her into Darth Vader. No, it's interesting though. It's a lot of money. We'll keep our eye out just in case. All right.
So the news report cuts back from the dialogue you have with the talking head and cuts back to Captain Taicho Selchu, who's speaking about how the Imperial Senate is voting on a relocation planet for Alderaanian refugees still loyal to the Empire.
Right. There must have been a bunch of people off planet. Okay, I subscribe to the newsletter or whatever, so I can keep
Okay,
up.
if you're doing that while you're in hyperspace, it's going to ping the hypercom constantly. It's going to cost you a lot of money.
No, I'll wait
Okay.
then.
All right, if you can just set it to download everything.
Oh yeah,
when
do
you
not
come in.
download unless I have planet-based
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi enabled. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. That's an easy setting. Okay. All right. Here's my question: what is the new plan when you arrive in system now?
Find the
It's
guy.
the same as the old plan. We can't actually do anything until we get in system, and then we can find out where it is, and then we can make a plan based on the location of. We don't know where it could be on any of the ships, or on any of the moons, or asteroids, or super weapons hiding behind suns, or whatever.
It's the Sun Crusher. It's just a
Yeah,
fighter-sized.
The Eclipse,
was such a
Center
stupid.
Point Station.
Really, Center Point Station? I don't know that was particularly a super weapon. That was just like
It
a
can
thing.
be used as a super weapon because it can move black holes.
All right, nerds.
All right, so you come out of hyperspace.
Yep.
You get blasted with a ton of messages. There's hundreds and hundreds of messages going to Coral, asking him if he would like to have an interview with Vader Rose, limited edition Vader Rose products. Most of them are from super shady email addresses.
Like they've got like incorrect spelling.
It's like
in there and
it's like
stuff,
it's
so-
like Vadanos.com.
I'm just like, oh, man, this is why I never answer my emails. 'Cause like I was in one competition and now they're blasting me with fucking like, give us your Galaxy
Yeah.
credit card and
Yeah. You take 2 strain from all the emails.
no, I just never pick up my compad again. Okay, so how close are we to?
You're at the
How
edge
was our
of the
jump?
system of Kessel.
Well,
Okay,
I'm
where
sorry,
we
say
at?
again.
You're at the edge of the system, Kessel.
I thought we got really close.
I thought you guys were dropping out early to get information. Your check was good enough to drop you out above the planet if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, just do that. Fuck.
Okay, you drop out next to the planet.
Hold on. Yeah, but
That's
but
a bad
we
idea.
We
Why?
also know the location of dozens of Imperial ships. So
So we have the exact coordinates of where this guy wants to meet. So let's just go there.
Do we have the exact coordinates where this guy wants to meet?
Yeah.
You don't.
oh,
No, he
what,
gave
we
it
don't?
to us on the fucking piece of paper. Remember? With the hand.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, he
Kessel.
sent a hand with coordinates.
Yes, he
and we thought
sent
it was a picture of a
coordinates
hand
to
for the longest
planet
time.
Kessel.
It's
Yeah.
just to the planet Kessel.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Well,
we
let's
don't
told
want
you
to
to
drop
meet
out in
him
front of
on
the
the
planet
moon of
either
Kessel.
because the planet will be the center of Imperial power. So dropping out, and we're not going to fly under anybody's radar dropping out in orbit around the planet.
Well, yeah, let's do this in character then. I think that Nile is probably just wandering around. You know what? This actually is a Vape kind of thing. Vape probably rolls into the cockpit with Zane and plugs into a nearby comm port and it's just like, Zane, what is the plan for when we come out of warp?
That's a really good question. We're going to have a chat with Mr. Lars and see what he's got to say, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. Just go have a talk with them.
So are we coming out of hyperspace over the planet, Zane?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. Well, then we should prepare to exit hyperspace in less than 1 minute.
Apparently you're the one with all the answers, yes. And I go over comms, I go, everybody, Captain Nile has told us to prepare to enter
Vape.
planet Abysmere, whatever your name is. Oh, that was Vape. Oh, sorry. They have very similar voices, which is strange. Captain Vape has told us to prepare to enter, leave the thing. I don't care, I'm drunk. And I click it off.
Wait, Captain?
Swarg bringing the A game tonight, guys. Swarg bringing the A game. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I go straight to our forward-facing turbo laser
Okay. Yep.
when we're about to drop. Yeah, and
Okay.
I sit down.
All right. As soon as you come out of hyperspace, Zane, you get a message from the nearby Imperial-class Star Destroyer Final Argument.
That's a cool name for a ship.
You get a message from Captain Lance Hardwood asking you to submit your codes for planetary landing immediately, to state your business, and to stand by for inspection.
Yeah, I give him like the okay.
Yeah, I state whatever fake codes we have. I'm assuming that came with the package
yeah.
that we bought for stealth package.
No, you didn't buy.
Oh, I
stealth
should have had
package.
an extra blue for that too. But I mean, can I roll my blue?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
I bought the hacker's kit. Come
Yep.
on, baby.
You
What do I
need
do?
a success here.
Just
Roll
one
signal blue.
EED. Blue.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
You get a message back after a few minutes.
It's an old code, but it checks out.
No.
It doesn't check out.
Attention, pilot of the Alto Loki. This is Captain Lance Hardwood of the Imperial.
This
Star
is the
Destroyer.
Kraken, the pilot of the Bright Star.
Really?
You're not fooling
I
anyone.
imagine they're just like, really?
Am I speaking with Captain Coral then?
No, my name is the Kraken.
The Kraken?
Very well, Mr. Kraken.
It's the Kraken, Mr. The Kraken.
We're just gonna blow you out of the sky now.
You've been given temporary leave to enter this system.
I mean, did you want to speak to our captain?
No, Mr. the Kraken. You're fine.
Thank you, sir. What's
You're clear to land at Golan Base Defense Station 1 over the planetary North Pole.
Oh, goody.
planetary North
Is it
Pole?
cold over there?
It's in space.
I'm fairly sure we should not.
It's in orbit over the North Pole.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate your assistance. Flick off and I go, hello, everybody on board the Bright Star. This is
So,
your pilot speaking,
think-
the Kraken.
What we see from outside, like we hear Zane saying this is a voiceover, and we see the Alto Loki there, and then just out of nowhere, a giant Imperial Star Destroyer is slowly floating into the camera, right next to him, and you see all the turbo laser batteries just turning to track the ship.
This is your pilot speaking. I am the Kraken. We're going to be entering the North Pole here. The weather outside is kind of a chilly 10 degrees Celsius. I believe that is somewhere in the cold range of
Minus
Fahrenheit.
253 degrees Kelvin because it's
Well-
actually in orbit over space.
All right, well, that also works, but we're landing, so put your seats in the upright position. Make sure to strap yourselves on. If we hit some turbulence, your masks will drop down. Be sure to face those over your own head first before applying it to somebody else's head. Don't joke around with that. It's not funny.
I would like to do a disguise check, please.
What are you attempting to disguise yourself as?
What would an orange Twi'lek best be disguised as? Like, is there something I can change in my features that would make me like?
A blue Twi'lek.
Yeah, I
straight
don't
down
think
down.
you're going to be
It's
able
like
to be another race very easily. That's not
No,
something-
that's the thing. Yeah. So I was wondering if I could change my I want to be an
You
orange
could do
Twi'lek
the
and
pocket
maybe-
style and just bluify yourself.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's too easy to rub off. Like you just reach over and do it. So I'm looking to like maybe make myself maybe less attractive, or maybe even like, can I change my sex? Is that possible?
Sure. Yeah.
Coraline.
I feel like
Caroline.
Caroline. Yeah.
long-time
Yeah, really-
watchers
really,
of
Virgil?
anything Dan has ever done.
Yeah, it's Coraline. His name is Coral instead of Carl.
Yeah.
So
All right. So what am I?
I want to
rolling?
point out, in the Twilight language, there's usually an apostrophe somewhere in the name, and like adding
Yeah.
more words to it completely changes what your name means.
Yeah.
Coraline.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna be
yeah, you're
Corrally.
rolling against 2 purple
All right.
Disguise
And I got a
yourself
disguise kit. So
as
what
a
does that do?
female version of yourself. I think a
Yeah.
disguise
That just
kit
gives
just
you, like-
lets you make the check.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
really, it doesn't give you the blue.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It depends on how expensive it was, probably.
It was a 200 credit.
I think
Probably
that
don't
just
get a
lets you do it. It would be like trying to send a communications message without a compad. You just
All
can't
right.
do it.
So I guess that's a deception check, right?
Yep.
All right. Hey.
Yeah, you've successfully disguised yourself as a female Twi'lek with 1 success.
2 melons in your shirt.
Oh, I don't have to have breasts. Why do we have to make it weird?
How else
Isn't
do
it
you,
weird to not have breasts?
as a female?
I don't know. I mean,
You're an awfully mannish woman.
Let me ask, what changes do you make to make yourself female? You know what? I actually don't need that question answered.
It's basically
No,
like
no,
longer
I'm good.
eyelashes.
I'm good.
It's,
Nope.
like,
I need it answered.
it's
No,
longer.
we
That's
did
just
not
because
get
you're
into the
currently
deep-
looking up Twi'lek porn.
No,
Arthur,
Uh,
I put the hood up on my robe, and that's what I do.
So disguised. So disguised.
Yeah.
I'm very disguised. I'm full Obi-Wan
So
status.
let me explain what I do exactly. I swap out.
We
like,
don't want to know. We really don't.
Oh, it'll come up. It's nothing weird. I basically
no.
just put on like regalia that would be like, you know, assigned to like the female gender. I, you know, highlight like the more feminine parts of my face, and then I try and drop my voice a few octaves, and that's about all I do. You know.
You drop your voice. A few
Yeah, he's like, hey, baby.
Well, go make it go off. You know?
Yeah, you raise it.
So you raise it a few.
Yeah.
Do you
How do I
learn some
settle?
things
Hey,
about yourself
baby.
as you do this?
What was that?
Do you learn some things about yourself as you do this?
Oh, God.
Not really. I mean, I already
No,
knew. I
we're
always
not
knew
doing
these
this.
things.
Nope.
I always knew these.
Oh, boy. Okay, so...
So there's literally nothing I can do. I just get like a neon sign that says Toby, and I hold it.
Why don't you take off your fucking plating for starters?
Yeah, because I'll die.
Hey,
Alright. Okay, well, we're good to go.
If I don't have 5 soak, I'll get hit once or twice and be done.
Yeah, well, I have 3 soak, bro. Deal with it.
So Nile has her practice lightsaber on a carabiner on her belt, and then has her 2 pistols, still strapped coral style. And she just appears at the landing ramp. As you land the shuttle, it looks like this Golan space defense platform is mostly shut down.
Okay.
Much of it is being pulled apart by automated worker drones that are salvaging it. It's an enormous station. It's larger than a Star Destroyer. And there's only a few sections that still have power, air, and gravity. And you land in the only particularly functional one. It's an enormous landing area that's not separated at all. There's nothing in here except for a small cargo skiff and a bright red line down the center of the cargo bay that leads to a door on the far side of the cargo area.
So we have no one waiting for us?
No.
No instructions?
Nope. Toby, can you make a 2P medical check real quick? Medicine?
Sure. Not 3P, 2P. That should be no problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
4
4
successes. Yeah. You as I want to know what the scene looks like. The ship's landed. The landing bay ramp is coming down. Who's dressed in what way coming down first?
I guess I'll go out first. I mean,
Okay.
I have no problems going out first. So.
All right.
I'm stormtroopered up.
All right. I think Nile comes after you and just kind of like hangs to you behind and to the right of Zane, and seems to just be guarding your flank.
Yeah, I'll
with her
get on
practice
towards-
lightsaber out but not lit.
I'll take the other flank.
Okay, Toby, when you come down the ramp, you notice that that streak of red paint on the floor is actually human blood. And given
Like,
that
ooh,
it stretches for a super long time, there's several dozen gallons of it here.
okay, so I'm like, oh wow, look at this. Someone's been dragging something large.
I just like give it a dip, and then I have like a sensor in my mouth.
Right.
To
So
tell
it's
what
not
kind of blood it
actually
is.
like it's not like drag marks. Someone has like specifically painted this blood here.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
So do I know what can I identify at all? If it's like
yes,
if it's reptilian, like even
the
a
DNA match comes back to being one River Calvor.
Oh, this is River Calvor's blood.
We knew that already, didn't we?
Generously painted. In a beautiful trail. Right
up,
in
Toby.
that direction.
yeah, Toby.
Stop.
Shut up, man. Just
So I just lead on.
Okay.
I'll follow behind him. Yeah.
Get this over with.
As
Thought you'd like the hard data.
I sense great evil here.
I turned to Zane as we're
you
walking.
again,
and
I
just-
want to ask: do you actually have the sense power yet?
Oh, he can say that though. I mean, I
Oh,
say
sure.
that kind of
Yeah, I
stuff all
mean,
the
he can
time.
say that, I guess.
Pretty sure you have a lot of force powers now, Rackets, right?
Yeah, I got level 1 in just a couple things, but not sense yet.
Okay.
Technically, I think.
He's
I mean,
like,
I
I
could with the
sense
10 that I
great
won from-
evil here, and everyone's just like, well, yeah, there's a ton of blood on the floor.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Technically,
He said-
I could buy sense with the. I mean, but not yet because they were in the middle of the game.
Yeah, we have to
I
wait.
got that MVP XP.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a boost now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
just turn to
Zane, are
Zane
you
and just
moving
real
to the
quickly,
front?
just like,
I think
if
you
we if we manage to rescue your beloved, what are your plans?
said. Rather than answer that question, Zane, did you say you were moving to the front of the group?
I'm walking forward, so
Okay,
if they like
um,
lag.
Yeah, I
behind
follow.
a bit.
No, I don't lag too far at all.
When
I
you
just make sure
open the
I'm
cargo
behind
bay
flank.
door at the far end,
Okay.
the door opens and like mist begins to flow out the door at the ground level. It's like several inches deep. And as the door opens, lights begin to come on in the next area. It's a very small room that currently only contains two things. There's a body that's currently nailed to a wall. Its stomach appears to have been gutted by some sort of lightsaber wound. The person there is clearly expired and dead. And the
Is there
second thing you
anything-
see is a man wearing full dark black robes holding a purple lightsaber in front of him with the purple light shining onto his face, and a second blue lightsaber at the waist level, also in a defensive guard.
Oh,
I wait.
Wait.
I wait for Niall to do her lightsaber. If she ignites hers, then I will ignite mine
doesn't.
as well.
And so,
So he's got
Lucerne
two
is just
lightsabers,
like,
that's what you said?
yes. So Lucerne is just like, what did you think was going to happen here, Zane? You would show up and you would rescue the girl?
I mean, that's what you said, right?
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Are you mad that I killed her, Zane? It was
No,
very...
frankly, I kind of saw this coming.
Zane is my favorite character.
So what are you going to do now, Zane?
Well, obviously, there's only one thing to do, right? You're going to die. We're going to walk away, leave here because, you know, the nature of things means we can get through some pretty dire situations by
Do you
really
think you
easy
can get
means.
away from here?
Yes.
Let's assume for a second you are capable of defeating me.
I shoot him.
Okay, all right. We're gonna go to break, and when we get back, we're gonna
I'm
have
gonna let you
Zane.
monologue.
Zane,
Yeah.
what?
I
Sorry.
don't want you talking.
Shut that monologue down.
Got
Okay.
me monologuing.
Get
You
fucked,
sly
Arthur.
dog.
No. You can shut down the monologues. You know what? I've had games where I stopped a GM from monologuing before, and they're just like, blah, blah, blah. No, if you shut down the monologue, that's a thing, man. That's
That's a
thing.
good DM. Let us shut him
All
up.
right.
Just shoot
Break.
people.
We'll be back in about 7 minutes, guys, for Zane shooting a man in the face.